Okay, there you go, guys. God, getting to the credits took me longer than it did to do the other 2 episodes of this week. It shouldn't be that hard to get to the credits. I really need to fix that. Okay, guys. There you go. We are done with Indiana Jones. Like forever and ever, because I don't think there's any more Indiana Jones games for Lego. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give you my thoughts on this game. I had fun with it. I think it's a pretty decent game. I think a couple of things that I'm going to nitpick on it about, but don't take this as like a negative review of the game. It's not. I think it's a pretty decent game. It's worth playing. It's worth 100%ing if you want to, if you're into that kind of thing like I am. I think they tried something new. And that's actually one of the things I like about doing a series of games is to see what they take from the previous games. They take what works, they throw away what doesn't work, and then they add some new stuff that they want to try out. Like the Assassin's Creed games are like that too. So any kind of long-running set of games, you can kind of see how they evolve over time. And that's what I like about, one of the things I like about the LEGO games is seeing what's been changed, what they keep, what they throw away. It's kind of neat to do. I think they tried something new here. They tried small levels that only take a few minutes for the most part. I don't really think it worked that well. I think this is the only game where they did that, or, well, I shouldn't say that. It's the only game that I know of that they did that. I mean, they tried it. It just didn't really kind of work the way I think they hoped. At least that's what I suspect. They did have a lot of LEGO games coming out the year this came out. I think Harry Potter came out. What was the previous game? Batman. Was it Batman? What the hell did I play before this? So there were like 3 or 4 LEGO games that came out in the same year. So maybe they just didn't have a lot of time with it. But I rather suspect they did that on purpose, that they were just trying out to see if they wanted to do smaller levels. It didn't really work, I don't think. The other thing was the creator. Now, you can understand why they did the creator, because it's a LEGO game, and you think you should be able to build stuff in a LEGO game, right? So I totally get why they put that in there. I don't think it worked, personally. I don't think anybody really bothered with it. I haven't seen any levels that were done by other people, so, but I understand why they did it. It's something they tried out. And as far as I know, it doesn't come back again for any other games, as far as I know. No, I don't know every single LEGO game, so maybe it does. But yeah, I mean, it's a good game. I think it's a little underrated. In some respects, I think it's overshadowed by the first game because there's a lot of overlap between this game and the first game. Half of the game is just an abbreviated version of the first game, right? So, yeah. But I mean, the other 3 adventures, the adventures that are based on the new movie, well, not the new movie anymore, but the newer movie, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, they were new and they're fine. They're pretty good. I mean, I liked them. I got totally lost in the hub world. This is a bigger hub world than we've seen before. And this is part of the evolution of the LEGO games. They were slowly getting bigger with the hub worlds. And I think in the next game, you're going to see they exploded with the hub worlds. The hub worlds now become a major part of the game in the next the next game. Here, they're just still kind of a way to link levels together. There's not a whole lot to them, but they're much bigger than they were before. I mean, if you think about the very first game we did, which was Star Wars, the complete saga. I mean, that was just a little tiny bar, right? It had like 5 rooms or something and 6 rooms, and there were a few things to find, but it was mostly, just a way to link the levels together. There wasn't really much to it. And now look at where we're at. They're big enough that I got lost in them constantly. And in the next game, they're so big that they actually use guideposts to tell you where to go. Otherwise, you will get lost. So, yeah. So that's part of the evolution of the game. I think it's in the next game is very definitely kind of the next stage of the evolution of the LEGO games. The games that we've played up till now, I would call like the first like the early games or the first evolution of the games. When we start the next game, it's going to go into the next set. It's going to be a little bit more modern, slightly more modern than these were. So yeah, I'm actually quite looking forward to Harry Potter. It should be fun. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Like I say, I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you guys are too. So yeah, we're done with this game. This is it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll move on to Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4 in the next set of episodes that are coming next week. We're going to do a slightly different format next week because I asked you guys which way we wanted to do this, and by a narrow margin, you all said you wanted a single video that encompassed multiple levels. That's what we're going to do. Rather than these little short episodes that are multiple episodes per week. We're going to do one episode per week, but it's going to encompass several levels. Okay, so that's the plan. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm done talking. Yeah, overall, final thoughts. Good game. Well worth playing. I'm glad I did it. Would I play it again? Probably not. I mean, I've played it. It's not something I would come back to, I don't think. But that's true of the first Indiana Jones too. I mean, it's a good game. I liked it, but I don't feel the need to replay it again. Whereas Star Wars, I would play again. Batman, I would play again. They're not my favorite. The Indiana Jones series, I like the movies, but the Lego games, they're fine. They're fine. They're just not my favorite. So yeah. Anyway, but it is worth playing. So definitely, if you're interested in it, definitely give it a shot. It's fun to do. All right, y'all. Now I am definitely done here. So we'll let the credits roll for however much longer they're going to roll, and then we'll get out. So next week I will see you guys in Harry Potter levels 1 through 4. So thanks very much for being here. I will see you in the next series. Thanks a lot.